The Downy Woodpecker, Picoides pubescens, is a fascinating bird known for its distinctive drumming behavior and striking appearance. Here are 70 amazing facts about Downy Woodpeckers. Range: Downy Woodpeckers are found throughout North America, from Alaska and Canada to parts of Mexico. Size: they are the smallest woodpecker species in North America, measuring about 5.5 to 7 inches, 14 to 18 centimeters, in length. Appearance: Downy woodpeckers have black and white plumage with a distinct barred pattern on their back and wings. Sexual dimorphism: males have a small red patch on the back of their heads, while females lack this feature. Drumming: like other woodpeckers, Downy woodpeckers use drumming as a form of communication and to establish territory. Habitat: they inhabit a variety of wooded habitats including forests, woodlands, parks, and suburban areas. Diet: their primary diet consists of insects, larvae, spiders, and occasionally seeds and berries. Feeding behavior: Downy woodpeckers use their strong bills to drill into trees and probe for insects hiding beneath the bark. Tree selection: they often favor dead or dying trees for foraging, as these are more likely to harbor insects. Nesting: Downy woodpeckers excavate nest cavities in dead or decaying trees, utility poles, or wooden fence posts. Eggs: the female typically lays 3 to 8 white eggs, which she incubates for about 12 days. Parental care: both parents participate in feeding and caring for the young birds. Juvenile plumage: juvenile Downy woodpeckers have similar plumage to adults but may lack the red patch on the head. Vocalizations: their calls include a sharp pick and a whinnying, whinny sound. Migratory behavior: while some populations are migratory, others are year-round residents. Adaptations: Downy woodpeckers have several adaptations for climbing trees, including strong claws and stiff tail feathers for support. Territorial behavior: they defend their territories vigorously against intruding woodpeckers and other birds. Range expansion: Downy woodpeckers have expanded their range into urban and suburban areas in recent decades. Hybridization: occasionally, Downy woodpeckers hybridize with other woodpecker species, such as the hairy woodpecker. Population: Downy woodpecker populations are generally stable and not considered at risk. Taxonomy: they belong to the family Picoides, which includes woodpeckers, picoides, and wrynecks. Migration patterns: northern populations may migrate southward during the winter, while southern populations tend to be year-round residents. Social structure: Downy woodpeckers are generally solitary birds outside of the breeding season. Courtship display: males may perform a courtship display, including drumming and displaying their plumage to attract a mate. Mobbing behavior: Downy woodpeckers may join mixed species flocks to mob predators or search for food. Habitat loss: loss of suitable habitat due to deforestation and urbanization can impact Downy woodpecker populations. Urban adaptation: they readily adapt to suburban environments with trees and may even visit backyard bird feeders. Climate change: climate change may affect Downy woodpeckers' distribution and habitat availability. Molt: like other birds, Downy woodpeckers undergo molting, replacing old feathers with new ones. Woodpecker holes: the cavities they excavate in trees may be used by other cavity nesting species after they abandon them. Territorial drumming: drumming is not only used for communication but also for attracting mates and announcing territory boundaries. Nesting success: Downy woodpeckers typically have high nesting success rates due to their ability to excavate cavities in various substrates. Pesticide exposure: pesticide use can indirectly impact Downy woodpeckers by reducing insect populations, their primary food source. Conservation efforts: protecting and maintaining mature forests with suitable habitat is essential for the conservation of Downy woodpeckers. Parasites: like many bird species, Downy woodpeckers can be hosts to various parasites, including mites and lice. Predators: predators of Downy woodpeckers include raptors, snakes, and mammals such as raccoons and squirrels. Urban gardens: they may visit backyard gardens in search of food, especially suet and seeds offered in feeders. Threat displays: Downy woodpeckers may engage in threat displays, including raising their crest and fluffing their feathers. Winter roosting. During cold weather, downy woodpeckers may roost in tree cavities or other sheltered locations to conserve heat. Ecosystem role. Downy woodpeckers play a vital role in forest ecosystems by controlling insect populations and creating habitat for other species. Social hierarchy. Within their territories, downy woodpeckers establish social hierarchies, with dominant individuals often securing the best foraging sites. Rapid drumming. Downy woodpeckers can drum at speeds of up to 20 beats per second. Winter foraging. In winter, they may expand their diet to include suet, seeds, and nuts provided by bird feeders. Feather anatomy. Downy woodpeckers have specialized feathers with stiffened tips to help support their weight when climbing vertical surfaces. Range expansion factors. Factors contributing to their range expansion into urban areas include the availability of suitable food and nesting sites. Anteing behavior. Like many bird species, downy woodpeckers may engage in anteing behavior, where they rub ants or other insects on their feathers, possibly to reduce parasites. Feeding efficiency. Their long, barbed tongue helps them extract insects from deep crevices in wood. Urban noise. Urban noise pollution can impact downy woodpecker communication and nesting behavior. Competition. Downy woodpeckers may compete with other cavity nesting birds, such as chickadees and nuthatches, for nesting sites. Egg predation. Eggs and nestlings may be preyed upon by predators such as squirrels, snakes, and other birds. Nest defense. Downy woodpeckers vigorously defend their nests against predators and intruders. Nest site selection. They prefer nesting sites with a relatively small entrance hole to deter predators. Wing structure. Their wings are adapted for both flight and climbing, with stiffened feathers providing support during climbing. Feeding frequency. Downy woodpeckers may feed multiple times per day, especially during the breeding season when they need to provision nestlings. Fledgling period. After hatching, nestlings are cared for by both parents until they fledge, usually around 18 to 21 days. Urbanization effects. Urbanization can fragment habitat and increase the risk of collisions with vehicles and buildings for downy woodpeckers. Predator avoidance. Downy woodpeckers may employ various strategies to avoid predators, including freezing in place or fleeing to cover. Urban green spaces. Maintaining green spaces within urban environments can provide important habitat for downy woodpeckers and other wildlife. Disease susceptibility. Like other bird species, downy woodpeckers may be susceptible to diseases such as avian pox and West Nile virus. Symbiotic relationships. They may form symbiotic relationships with other bird species, such as foraging in mixed species flocks. Mating displays. During courtship, males may perform aerial displays and vocalizations to attract females. Winter survival. Downy woodpeckers have adaptations such as specialized feathers and increased metabolic rates to survive harsh winter conditions. Insect abundance. Downy woodpeckers are often more abundant in areas with high insect diversity and abundance. Feeding techniques. They may use a variety of feeding techniques, including pecking, probing, and gleaning insects from the bark. Mortality factors. Mortality factors for downy woodpeckers include predation, collisions with vehicles, and habitat loss. Feather coloration. The black and white coloration of downy woodpeckers may serve as camouflage in dappled light environments. Climate resilience. Their ability to adapt to a range of habitats may enhance their resilience to climate change. Urban noise adaptations. Downy woodpeckers may adjust their vocalizations and communication strategies in response to urban noise. Mate selection. Female downy woodpeckers may choose mates based on their territory quality and foraging success. Human interaction. Providing suitable habitat, such as leaving dead trees standing, can benefit downy woodpecker populations in human-altered landscapes. These facts highlight the diverse behaviors, adaptations, and ecological roles of downy woodpeckers in North American ecosystems.